Hi, this is Paris from Rapid Visual, and I wanted to take a second to address a big elephant in the room, which is artificial intelligence is changing the game, not just the rules. I think a lot of people are still thinking that this is going to change the way we work and how we work, but I'm a firm believer that it's about to change why we work, why we do the things we do. First thing I always try to do when I have a conversation with somebody is to align on two frequencies that people tap into when they talk about AI. And I find that it's impossible to have a meaningful conversation unless we have this verbal agreement first. The first frequency is, what could AI do? It's the could we stuff, right? What can we build with this? How can it help us? How can it make us money? How can it make us faster, cheaper, better? All these things. And that's the sci-fi stuff. That's the stuff that eventually, with enough minutes into this conversation, people usually react with, this is scary. And quickly, they go to the place of comfort. Should we be doing this? Is this ethically correct? What about intellectual property? Or are we not going to be creative anymore? Are we just going to sit at home and play video games? I'm sure you've heard a lot of these conversations before, and people get stuck into this should we game for too long. Or the worst thing they do is they actually have both conversations at the same time. When that happens, it's just an opinion game. It gets subjective and it doesn't allow anybody to have a meaningful process whereby we can actually dream up of what is possible and then in a structured way, sit down and say, should we be doing it? What do we need to look at from a policy perspective and everything else? So when I talk about AI, I always decide with my audience, what are we talking about today? I'm usually in the could we space, but I'm very happy to also have this conversation, just not at the same time. Now, what I want to illustrate here in the could we is what I think is a prompt to potentially what will happen in the should we conversation, is this particular Venn diagram that everybody's familiar with in terms of when we build a business and we discuss what sort of value are we going to offer to our customers, we have the choice to offer something that is faster than anybody else, better than anybody else, quality, cheaper than anybody else's. But we've always known, we've been taught at business school, we can't do all three. We can only do two of those three. So we always have to compromise on something. So we can either have a product we're going to deliver very quickly and it's going to be good quality, but it's going to cost you. That's the compromise. We can have a product that we can be proud of the quality and the price is actually pretty good. So we have a good value cost trade-off here, but it's going to take a while to be able to deliver that. Or we can have a product that's super fast to deliver and super cheap. I doubt the quality is going to be up to the standard. So this center point, we've been told, is not possible. I think this is about to change. I think absolutely the whole game is going to change. Whoever is involved in AI, whatever business is actively pursuing efficiencies, automations, workflows with AI, we're looking at a complete transformation of the game where the ones that are playing with AI can actually win, while the rest are wondering what just happened. I wonder what you think about this. Is that the world we're heading to? Maybe we should have a should be conversation now. Until then, keep innovating.